Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel. We are here to react to the season 1 finale of Heartstopper. Feels kind of weird to be at the season 1 finale, if I'm honest. Like, this season simultaneously went like super fast, but also took forever. Does that make sense? You guys probably thought it took forever. I feel like I watched it fairly quickly, but that's because I usually take a lot longer to watch shows. But yeah, we are at the finale of season 1. I know there's at least 2 more seasons that have been confirmed after this, so that's exciting. So this isn't like the last episode of Heartstopper that we see. But speaking of last episode, the previous episode was called Bully, and it was a sad one. We had to witness a lot of unfortunate things happen, both to Charlie, to Nick, with Tao. Lots of just like blatant like homophobia, like honestly pretty tough to watch. Not a fan of that episode. It definitely felt very different than most of the other episodes, because I feel like most of the other episodes have kind of bucked the trend in gay storytelling, if that makes sense, of like, you know, kind of like I mentioned in the last video, a lot of times, you know, gay stories on screen tend to focus on, you know, some of the dramatic and negative things that can happen being gay, and it's a lot about gay trauma and things like that. And so far this series has been almost the opposite of that, just kind of like very wholesome and nice, and then hit us with that episode and everything's sad, and it's just like, man, I just want happiness for these kids. Like, I feel like almost like a protective older brother of these children. I want things to work out for them. Just, why can't we just be nice to each other, man? Like, just be nice. And so hopefully this episode provides an opportunity for nice things to happen, because I don't want bad things to happen to these kids, even though they're fictional characters. I mean, it's not like they're real kids that I'm seeing, but there are real people that have gone through these things. So in a sense, it's kind of real, right? Because even though these characters are not technically real, the experience that has been written for these characters is real. And like I mentioned at the end of my last video, I don't know if you didn't make it to that part of the video, I want this channel to be a spot where like you can feel safe, like you can come and watch TV shows with me and have a good time, and trust that you're gonna be welcomed here. I'm not perfect by any means, but I do my best to make sure that I am accepting and open to pretty much everyone. So and hopefully I've expressed that, or that's come across in more than just words, right? Like if I myself want to be a person who, you know, considers themselves like a Christian and wanting to be like Jesus, I have to that has to come across in more than just my words. Like that has to come across in my actions. And Jesus loved the oppressed. He loved the outcasts. He loved people, and if I want to be like him, then I should love people as well. And that means everybody. I'm not going to pick and choose who I am loving towards based on, you know, what I've been told is okay or not okay, if that makes sense. So hopefully my love in that way is evident in more than just the things I say, but also my actions, if that makes sense. I don't even know if I'll keep this part in the video. I know me talking about being religious might not play super well with this particular audience, and that's, you know, somewhat justified. Honestly, you guys have had not great experiences when it comes to dealing with the church, and hopefully I can be one example of someone within the church that is not awful to you. So yeah, I don't know, I'm just excited to jump into this episode though. So before we do that, please consider leaving a like on the video. That means a ton to me. It helps my videos a ton with the algorithm and helps them get seen more, so do that, please. And then if you're new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified when I upload, especially if you want to see me react to more of Heartstopper, especially season 2 and 3. In the meantime, though, while we wait for those, please watch other videos on my channel. It means a ton to me. Watch Stranger Things, watch The Boys. I don't know how much of a crossover there is between this show and Star Wars, but watch Star Wars. I freaking love Star Wars, man. So hopefully you guys stick around. I watch a ton of stuff, honestly. I watch Marvel stuff, I watch Star Wars, I watch Heartstopper, I watch Queen's Gambit. You know, if it's popular, I'll watch it. I'm kind of a slut like that. I will just watch anything. No, for real though. Stick around. I watch a ton of stuff, so there'll be something, hopefully, that tickles your fancy other than this show. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, or you want to get next season's reaction slightly early, or any other episodes for any other shows or movies slightly early, consider supporting me on Patreon. That would mean the world to me. But otherwise, let's jump into the season 1 finale of Heartstopper. Yo, his room is low-key ginormous. Dang, he's hitting those hard.
Are you angry at anything in particular? Or have you decided to finally have a rebellious phase?
Rebellious phase, that's what it is.
Didn't you hear about Harry Green's fight with Nick and Tao? Both my fault, by the way.
Yeah, definitely
I'm
not.
like 95% sure they were both Harry's fault and I wasn't even there.
Yeah, she's smart. She's smart. Bless up. He thinks him being gay is like ruining the lives of people he cares about. And he's wrong.
And now Nick's lost all his friends, and he's getting into fights because of me. And I just feel
Like you're
maybe
ruining
I do
his life
just ruin
too?
people's lives.
No, brother. You're top notch. You're a verified top notch bloke. Love you, man. Oh, don't cry. It's not your fault.
You're not ruining my life.
Oh, best sister. Best sister award.
I could make us some pizza for dinner.
Hawaiian pizza?
Would that help?
As long as it's Hawaiian pizza.
I'm not very hungry. I might just eat later.
Hot take, pineapple belongs on pizza. It enhances the pizza. If you don't like pineapple on pizza, click off this video. Just kidding. But she was very sweet in that moment.
Hey,
Hey.
did you want to get lunch together?
Charlie, I swear to God, quit doubting yourself.
Come in. Charlie.
Charlie!
I think I'm
Ouch.
gonna quit the rugby team.
Charlie. Because he's ass at rugby.
Do I need to talk
Yes,
to
I mean,
anyone?
yes, they have, but he's also just straight cheeks at the sport, so, you know. That's such an interesting office, by the way. I mean, he shouldn't quit unless he actually doesn't like the sport. If he doesn't like the sport, he shouldn't have to play it, but he's absolute donkey at the game, so.
Where's Charlie? I thought he'd be here. I thought he was eating with you.
Yo, about time they sit down together.
I'm done trying to protect him when he's forgotten I exist. Like, I deserve to be appreciated.
Yo, I appreciate you, Tao. And Elle appreciates you.
I think Charlie might be nervous about telling you because he really cares about your opinion. Because he loves you a lot.
I've known Charlie since we were 11, and he's always had a tendency to believe that him just existing is annoying for other people.
Yeah.
Same. Facts, bro. That's like my whole life.
He probably wants to be something more than secret guy you kiss sometimes on the down low. And if you can't give him more than that, then, I mean, that's fine, but it's always going to make him feel a little bit crap about himself.
Yep. I feel like that applies to any relationship, not necessarily just a gay relationship. Like if
I'm gonna stay pissed off with him for a bit longer.
if the person you are interested in wants to keep you a secret, it's never good for your self-esteem. It's a funny joke though, Nick, convincing Tao to join the rugby team.
Are you sure you want to go back to training? Because you don't have to. We could all pretend to have sprained ankles or something.
All three of us? What, do we have some sort of group ankle-related accident?
Okay,
Yeah, you were doing 3-legged races. Easy peasy.
No. I want to do this.
Oh, yeah, this must be an interesting experience for her. Coming back to this school. Very interesting. Probably somewhat emotional and overwhelming for her. Oh, he looks like he's just wearing boxers. Those don't look like actual athletic shorts.
Because if you haven't signed up for an event, Miss Sarah will hunt you down and murder you.
Where's Charlie?
Haven't seen him.
It's probably with the rugby team.
Is Isaac gay too? I wouldn't be surprised.
You've been coming in here for lunch a lot recently. Were you having a repeat of last year? Isolating yourself, not talking to anyone?
No.
Liar.
But sometimes the loneliness was just as bad. Don't let
Yeah, man.
anyone make you disappear, Charlie.
Ooh, facts. Facts teach. Spit facts. Don't let anyone make you disappear.
You'll be doing the 200 metres for Team Blue.
Hey,
Need to be
easy
over by the
peasy.
starting line in 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
What? No protests. That's the only event with space left.
But miss, I can't run.
He really can't.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's a gangly freak when he runs. Have to switch with Charlie.
What? Why?
Because Charlie's fast as hell.
Thanks.
Charlie's goated. That's the event the thing that Charlie should be doing is running track and cross country.
The 200 meters.
Sorry for everything.
It's time to assemble by the starting line.
You obsessed with me or something?
You asshole. He's gonna cook you in the 200. Ben, you're gonna get absolutely slaughtered in the 200. He's not even wearing spikes. He's got straight trainers on, son, and he's gonna cook your ass.
I forgot he can run really fast. Come on.
Yeah, low-key, each one of your running forms sucks, though. Oh, Charlie's already a foot ahead, and he's got the inside track. Money. He's golden. One thing, though, the 200 does not end on a curve. It starts on a curve. Yeah, you little punk bitch.
You don't get to have an opinion about anything I do.
Do you want me to go around telling people about you and Nick?
Go for it, Chief.
I understand that you're figuring out your sexuality, but you don't get to make me feel like crap anymore just because you hate yourself.
Damn right, son. Damn right. Kick him. Kick him while he's down.
I'm so
No,
sorry.
I'm sorry.
I should have been a better friend.
Hug
to
it
my
out.
encounter.
Hug
I
it
shouldn't have
out.
gotten angry at you.
Hug it out. Yes. Yes.
I made it
Yes.
so hard for you to tell me.
You did. You did, indeed. Oh, yes. Cartoons on the screen means happiness. Tara doing the high jump. Okay, that's... She cleared that easy. She cleared that by 1.5 feet. That's like the weakest high jump height I've ever seen. Ooh. Dang, son. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought he did good, but there's like 3 other javelins 20 feet farther.
Is it awful being at Trim without me?
Yes. It's awful being everywhere without you.
Everything's awful without you.
Yeah, facts, but I knew what he was gonna say. Kiss.
Promise.
Kiss. Elle, tell him how you feel. Ooh. Holding hands, but romantic styles. This ain't a friendship handhold.
You've got the wrong team's face paint on.
That's Charlie's fault for swapping.
Damn it, Elle.
Okay, it's not coming off.
Also, why would you use your shirt for that? You're gonna ruin your shirt. Come on. Come on. Come on. The tension's building. Do it.
Come on. I want to go find my old one.
Son of a bitch. Come on, Tao. Come on. Chase her down. Chase her down, Tao. Tensions are high. Could cut those two's sexual tension with a knife. With a spoon. What is his conflict right now in this moment? Is he about to come out in front of everyone? Brother, this is like a charity game. He needs some encouragement. Get down here, brother. Kiss, 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 kiss. Do it. Do it. Do it. What's up, Imogen Technologies? Don't cry, Imogen.
I don't want to break up. I know people have hurt you, and you feel like I'd be better off without you, but I need you to know that my life is way better because I met you.
Facts. He's not lying, son.
I don't care about getting into fights or pissing off my mates or anything like that. It's all worth it to be with you.
Yes.
I want us to be together. Nick. You're my favorite person.
Just
Nick.
kiss. Just kiss.
Believe me.
Nick.
Just kiss.
I believe you.
Dude, you better.
I believe you.
Okay, now kiss. Gang, gang. Gang, gang? Okay. Nick, you really should rejoin that rugby match, though. Your team's depending on you. They were already struggling. The teams were balanced in a certain way because you were on the team, and now you're not, and they're gonna get slaughtered.
We're nearly there, I promise.
You going to the beach?
Wait. Seagulls? Oh my god! The beach!
Yeah, surprise!
Oh my god!
My mans, did he have your eyes closed for like a quarter mile? Because I feel like you would have seen it before.
What if I came out?
That'd be goated, brother.
Do you really want to?
I really want to.
You should tell your mom first.
I want to tell the people who matter.
Your mom.
And I want you to be able to tell people too.
Tell your mom. Where's Olivia Colman?
I like Charlie Spring in a romantic way, not just a friend way.
You goober. You're just goofy, man.
To me.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
Me neither.
Nick?
Yeah?
Does this mean we're boyfriends?
Oh, hell yeah, it does, brother. Hell yeah.
Yes. Was that not already established the last 10 times we made out?
Oh. Yeah?
He had to make sure.
I don't know, we never, like, confirmed
She
it.
made out with Ben 10 times, and he said no, so he just had to triple check with you. Oh, my brother.
You're my boyfriend! I'm your boyfriend! We're boyfriends!
Dad, drop me!
Yo, those jean shorts are gonna be hella uncomfortable later, though, since you got them wet. I don't know why that's something I noticed, but oh man.
Come on.
God, they're so cute.
You look very smiley. Have you had a good day?
Mm-hmm. Tell your
It's
mom.
really good.
Tell your mom why. Tell her exactly why.
Charlie's my boyfriend.
Oh, you could hear the
I still like girls.
Stutter in his voice.
And I just wanted you to know.
Oh, baby.
She already knew.
If I ever made you feel like you couldn't tell me that.
She knew for a while.
It's called bisexuality.
She knows what it's called.
I've heard of that. I wasn't born in the 18th century.
She's a fully grown adult. She's aware of what that means.
Well,
pretty much as soon as they watch Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, I love you.
But he like fully figured things out when you watched Pirates of the Caribbean.
And now we're gonna tell people?
Yeah.
I mean, you pretty much already told everyone that matters. All your friends and Nick's mom. Okay, I am pleased with the finale of this season. Pretty much everything went exactly right. There is solid resolution to pretty much everything, except for Elle and Tao. I mean, there's some internal within their minds steady progress happening, but other than that, man, like everything went top notch, son. It was rough at the beginning to see Charlie just really doubting himself, right? Like he feels like such a burden. And he thinks he's making everyone's life worse, but he's not. He's making people's lives better. And I feel like anyone who has anxiety or depression or just like severe, self-confidence issues, like I feel like most people can relate to that in some form. Like you always have feelings sometimes of like, do my friends actually like me? Like, am I annoying them? Am I too much for them? Like in his instance, it's definitely way more. It's like another level because it's like, am I ruining this person's life by being with them? And he's got all these thoughts. He quits the rugby team, which probably not the worst decision, honestly. Like the kid kind of sucks at rugby. If he enjoyed rugby, sure, stay on the team, Charlie, but the kid's absolute cheeks at the game, and I don't think he likes being on the team. His teammates make fun of him. He's really only there for Nick and because he's fast as hell. I mean, if they just reshaped some of their like game strategy to capitalize on his speed, pitch the ball to the outside and let the kid run, they might see some solid success with him on the team, and maybe that success will make him enjoy it. But if they're just not going to adapt from a sports standpoint of like X's and O's, like if they're not going to adjust the game plan and essentially reduce his role to almost nothing and put him in a position that he's not fit as, like his type of player wouldn't work in that situation, yeah, the kid's not going to like rugby. So he might as well not be on the team. I support his decision to quit if that's what he likes. He should find something he enjoys. He should definitely run track. The kid's fast as hell. One thing though, okay. They actually ran in the right direction this time. Episode 1, when they were practicing on the track, they were running in the wrong direction. So I wonder if someone someone saw that after they filmed and they're like, it's too late to refilm that scene, but in this scene we can get it right. But they still got something wrong with it, which is they started the 200 on the straightaway and finished on the curve. That's not how that works. I think it's such a small nitpick and such a small complaint, but it is, as someone who is an avid sports enjoyer, someone who ran track in middle school and high school, like it's something that sticks out to me. Is they need a new sports whoever they go to make sure they're doing things right in terms of sports. They need to fire the person that currently works there and find someone else that will make sure they get the sports right. If they're going to continue to have sports on the show, do it correctly. Because, one, it's weird that the track is just painted on grass. Like, I don't know. But okay, so if the track is like an oval or whatever, right? And say this part is the home stretch, the final 100. They started like right here and they ran and they finished on that curve, which is weird. That's not how you do it. You'd start on this curve. I don't know if this is going to translate flipped around or whatever, but you start on this curve and you run the first 100 meters of the 200 is on a curve, and the final 100 is the straightaway, because that's where all the fans are. They position the fans there so that the final sprint of pretty much every race you run in track ends on a straightaway. It does not end on a curve at all. No matter how long the race is, it will never end on a curve. That's a small nitpick, but if they're going to continue to have sports in the show in seasons 2 and 3, my brothers, you got to pay attention. What else? Oh, I liked the moment where Nick and Tao kind of sit down for lunch together, and they clear the air a little bit, where Tao gives Nick some info about like how he's feeling, like why he thinks he should potentially break up with him, why Charlie wants to potentially break up with him, and it's because he is always self-conscious about whether or not he is a burden on other people's lives, and he feels like he's being a burden on Nick. And Nick gives Tao a little bit of truth, and he's like, dude, the only reason he didn't tell you is because he cares about your opinion a lot, and he's nervous about what you might say. Because if Charlie told Tao and Tao was like, I still hate it, that would be devastating for Charlie. And so I think they both helped each other out and both brought each other closer to an understanding of what's going on with Charlie, and kind of softened things up a bit. Elle came back to the school. Is probably very overwhelming for her, given the fact that she faced a lot of hatred and bigotry at this school, right? And it brings her back to a time where she wasn't out or transitioned yet, and it's probably just like a weird experience for her. One thing I liked, one thing, I just keep saying one thing I liked. Another thing I liked was the moment he's talking to his art teacher in the art room, and his teacher says, don't let anyone else force you to disappear. I really like that because I feel like it hits on a couple different levels. The way I took it is, well, I mean, one, the surface level of like, don't let other people make you feel bad about yourself and make you hide who you are or anything like that. But I took it at a deeper level, because one thing I know is that within the gay community, you know, I don't know if this will be like a trigger for anyone, so if you might get triggered about this type of topic, you know, here's your warning. But I do know that suicide happens at a much higher rate within the gay community, and a big reason why is because people are jerks. And so that line from the teacher, I kind of connected it that way, of like him being like, don't let anyone force you to disappear, because that's such a prominent thing, and something that needs to be addressed, whether that be from a policy standpoint in laws, or just like culturally, like things getting better. It's, you know, I liked that line from the teacher. We mentioned how the track race is in the opposite direction, but at the end of that race, I like how Charlie stood up to Ben and is like, you don't get to have an opinion on anything I do. Like, you're a jerk, and just because you're figuring things out doesn't mean you get to be an asshole. And I loved that. I liked that a lot. Tao and Elle had a nice moment, and I wanted them to kiss real bad. I assume that's going to be a season 2 thing, I guess. Ugh. Character development. Friggin' slow burn romances piss me off. I think Tao might be realizing some things, though. As soon as Elle left, he had this little smile on his face where I think he's catching some feels. Or if he already had feelings, maybe he's realizing them now. Nick bails on his team in the middle of the rugby match. Like, brother, my brother in Christ, what are you doing? These teams were specifically balanced in a way where your team is only going to be competitive because you're on it. They specifically called that out. They're like, blue team's doing really good, but red team might do well because Nick's on the team. But now that you bailed, your team's going to get slaughtered. They were counting on you. I liked that he tells Charlie, though, he's like, dude, I understand you think you're making things worse. You have made my life so much freaking better. It's insane. And they have a cute moment where they kiss, and then they go on this date to like a carnival and to the pier and to the beach, and they have just like a really nice, precious moment where like Nick is like, we're boyfriends, and it's like, yes, Nicholas. Scream it from the rooftops, brother. They're so cute. It's just so cute. But the moment that was the most emotional for me, like, even though it's not some grand coming out, like this big spectacle, right? It's just him sitting down at the table and telling his mom, like, that made me pretty emotional. And you know, his mom probably knew. His mom probably had some inkling, right? Like, she's not dumb, obviously. But it was just, it made me cry a little bit, because you could tell he's nervous and scared, and his mom was just so supportive, and it was just great. I really liked that moment. And then we get a recap of all their happy memories so far, and we fade out with them on the beach, and that's the end of season 1. Other than last episode, just a very, very wholesome show. You know, as much as it is very much a show about two gay people. Like, it's also just, like, I don't know if you could just classify this as a gay show, if that makes sense. Like, it's very much just a show about two people falling in love. I guess, okay, half of it is very much just a show about two people falling in love, and they just happen to be gay or bi. But then the other half is very much like a introspective on, you know, figuring out your identity specifically, both within just like as a person, like how do I figure out who I am and how do I deal with those changes, whether it be realizing you're gay or just realizing you don't like rugby or you don't like your friend group anymore. Like, how do you navigate through those changes? But then, yeah, specifically within the struggles and, you know, trials and tribulations of being gay, but also the positive sides of it. Like they're just happy. like again, kind of like traditionally, gay relationships and gay stories, I feel like oftentimes fall back on the pain of being gay and the horrible things that can happen to gay people. And while those stories need to be told and need to be known, it's also just extremely refreshing to see a story of, you know, various 2 or more LGBT characters and just not have it be the most traumatizing thing for these kids, right? Like, for all intents and purposes, things went great. By the end, we're in a friggin' top-notch spot, right? So it's just very wholesome and cute and refreshing to see, you know, just happiness, you know? It's great, man. I had a lot of fun watching this show. Going into it, I was a little cautious at first, not because of the subject matter, right? Like, you know, I am a Christian and a straight guy, so it's not like, I mean, if you probably saw me from the surface, you might think that, oh, maybe I was cautious because it's pretty much about 2 gay characters or two non-straight characters, but that's not why I was cautious going into it. I mainly was cautious because, like, it's about children. like if so, I've had people be like, you should watch Cocomelon, and I'm like, no. Like, I'm not gonna watch a kids show. And so, like, just from the outset, being like, I was a little cautious going in. I was like, I don't know if I want to watch a show about 2 high schoolers, if that makes sense. Like, a high school show isn't really my jam. I don't know if I'm like the target audience for that necessarily. But I had a lot of fun. It was a very wholesome, I think, because a lot of it didn't necessarily focus on the fact that they were in high school. Like, it wasn't the issues within the show were not specific high school issues, right? If that makes sense. Like, it's a very, the issues of love and identity and finding out who you are and all these things, they're not specific high school issues. They're issues that are really anyone of all ages can relate to. So I think that's part of the reason why I very much enjoyed it. And it's just cute watching these 2 kids fall in love, right? Like, so as cautious as I was going into the show, I'm glad that I watched it. I'm glad that you guys were here to watch it. I mean, this purely from a selfish monetary standpoint, thanks. You know, when I started watching this show, I didn't know how many people were gonna watch it. You know, I thought maybe it would do slightly better than my normal videos. I did not expect thousands upon thousands of views for each episode. So that's like, it's as awesome as that is, it's also somewhat overwhelming. It's, you know, personally for me, it's slightly overwhelming when, you know, there's 400 comments on one video. I'm like, I have a brief little panic attack. I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? Like, what have I gotten myself into? But for the vast majority, you guys have been super kind and supportive of me going through this journey with you, and you've been super nice. There's been a couple people here and there that have been kind of buttholes, but for the most part, you guys have been wonderful. And so I just want to thank you guys for coming along this fun little journey with me. Again, I'm glad that you're here, both in terms of like literally here watching this video, but like also in terms of like life. Like I'm fully aware that most of the people probably watching this video are not straight. And if that is true, I'm sure you have gone through a lot of these issues, and I'm sure there's been things that have made you want to disappear. And I'm glad that you're still here on this earth. To quote one of my favorite quotes is from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's from Captain Holt. And he's talking to Rosa Diaz when she comes out as bi. And he says, I think something along the lines of like, anytime someone stands up and tells the world and says who they truly are, the world becomes a better and more interesting place. And so if you are here and you are, telling the world who you truly are, whether that be gay, straight, bi, trans, like you're here, you're living your life, you're still here, I appreciate you, and I hope you are having a good day. I don't know, I just hope you guys are, I don't know how I want to word it. I hope good things are coming your way, and I hope you don't feel put down by the world, right? Things are tough, and I hope things are not as tough going forward. I don't know. I just wanted to thank you guys for being here, both like from a purely selfish numbers standpoint, but also from my heart. I'm glad that you're here. And hopefully if you're someone who's watching this show or watching my reactions to this show, I hope this gives you the courage to step up and say who you are. Whether, like, if you're in the closet right now, if you're someone who is figuring things out, or you're aware of who you are and you haven't told anyone, I would encourage you to find someone you care about and tell them. It's probably scary, but like Captain Holt says, anytime someone says who they truly are, the world is a better place. So I think those are all my thoughts on this episode and this season as a whole. Again, thank you for being here. If you liked my reaction, please leave a like on the video. That means a ton to me, helps my channel out a lot. If you're new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. Now that Heartstopper is over, please consider watching some of my other shows that I'm watching right now. I know there's like 8,000 Marvel things to watch, but watch them all, please, so you can get caught up. And you can watch Miss Marvel with me. It's a fun, kind of weirdly also high school story about a Pakistani Muslim girl who gets superpowers and navigates her life and culture through these changing situations. So that's a fun show as well. The Boys is a fun, somewhat satirical take on superheroes and superhero culture and superhero TV shows. So it's also very different and out there. It's also very violent and gory. So if that's something you're not into, totally fine. The Obi-Wan Kenobi show, very much a emotional journey and a reminiscent journey of the relationship between two characters, Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, and how their lives went and how things affect the galaxy. And Star Wars is just dope. Star Wars is fantastic. So please watch Star Wars. What else am I watching? Oh, we got the finale of Euphoria coming up. Another deeply impactful show. Talks about the struggles of drug addiction and interpersonal relationships and all that jazz. So that's a fun show you guys should watch as well. What else am I watching? Stranger Things. I just watched the episode 7 of Stranger Things. So you guys, I mean, it's the biggest show in the world. You guys know what Stranger Things is. Watch Stranger Things and then watch my videos on Stranger Things. It makes me feel good on the inside. On Wednesday next week, we got Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So we got lots of stuff coming. So please stick around, subscribe, ring the bell, so when I upload videos, it dings your phone, and then you click on it right away, and you hit like, and it's freaking makes my heart grow 8 times bigger. Just kidding. But no, for real, stick around, watch some other shows, diversify your palette, just like I did. Just like I did watching this show. Diversify your show palette by watching some of these other shows that maybe you didn't think you would like, but now you will. Trust me. They're great shows. They're lots of fun. Ooh, if you are looking to cry, buy the movie on Amazon or Apple TV. Buy the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's the greatest movie I've ever seen in my life. I cried for the last 40 minutes of the movie. So if you want to see me cry more than I cried a little bit when Nick was coming out to his mom. If you want to see me like bawl my eyes out, buy that movie, watch that movie, and then watch my reaction to that movie, because it is literally my favorite viewing experience of anything I have ever seen in my life. And it made me want to be a better person. So if you haven't seen that movie, do everything you can to watch that movie within the next 24 hours, because it will change your life. But other than that, if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, or you want to get anything else that I watch on the channel slightly early, consider supporting me on Patreon. That would mean the world as well. But otherwise, thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.